Hey guys, so this is going to be my breakdown for Daredevil Season 2 trailer, Part 2. Let's jump in. So here we have just Matt and Elektra just kind of talking about how Elektra is untrustworthy and stuff. For her to just show up like this. Pretty interesting. Here, what I want to show this scene because it looks like it's interesting how he's playing this because he's now, it looks like he's looking at her, but he's blind, but he's kind of not blind. I guess she would know that. Hopefully they'll be able to explain how she knows all that. If he straight up told her, were they that close that he told her? Maybe when he told her he didn't have any intention of becoming a vigilante at the time, and he just wanted to be a lawyer and stuff until whatever she did and stuff like that. So it'd be cool to see how that goes. Not the hand, but the Yakuza, even though telling him that they are still around. This looks interesting. Looks like she's probably maybe getting information. I don't know if this guy is important. Probably this guy here is probably the one who she was meeting up with. That's probably where the importance is with that. Here we just have guys with these hands and wrapping these things around it. Not sure what it is. Maybe it's just some symbolism that they are part of the hand. Like I said, they're getting a tactic and wrap this thing around their pinky, and then there says that they're part of the hand, and then they take it off. They're not to not give away, so they could do different things like I don't know, instead of a tattoo, but a tattoo is kind of permanent and you can't take it off. But I don't know, maybe some sort of symbolism, or they're just And here we have next Dogs of Hell. And if you didn't know who the Dogs of Hell are, I didn't know who they were, and I looked it up. They actually appeared in season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when we had Lady Sif appear on there, and Lorelei takes over. Used her powers over men and stuff on a biker gang called the Dogs of Hell, and so that's where they did back in Nevada. So that's where they're from. That's a connection there. Another connection to S.H.I.E.L.D. And then here are just the guys with the guns and stuff. Here we have just a shot of a few guys, probably some of the Yakuza entering this building. They blew the door down. I don't know why, but they're doing that, probably searching for Matt and Elektra. Here we have a cool shot after a cool fight where Matt has his red eyes. I think this is pretty interesting. It's pretty cool because his first costume, although it was pretty cool and probably way more practical and made sense as a origin costume, the idea of covering up his eyes like that it gives away the fact that he's blind. I mean, remember I remember reading one of Stan Lee's biography books, and he commented on it how back during the trial of the Incredible Hulk with Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk back in the 70s, they did that TV movie trial of the Incredible Hulk, and they had a Daredevil character in it, and he had like a black costume and the stuff, which I'm not sure if it was at the same time when before, or it might have been even before Frank Miller did the black costume with John Romita Jr. But Stan Lee didn't like the costume because he always felt that it gives away. Well, he just commented on the costume fact that it gives away the fact that he's blind, that he doesn't need to see. So I think I like this idea. It definitely gives fear to the criminals, but it also doesn't give away the fact that he's blind. So I like that. Here we just have a look of Matt and Foggy kind of arguing about how Foggy doesn't like how Matt, he's worried about Matt's safety and stuff like that, and I think it's pretty interesting. I like that. It's a bit cliched with superhero movies, but you kind of need it, otherwise it won't be realistic for them to not be worried about him. I mean, you actually see Daredevil, although he's trained for his whole life way more than Arrow or Oliver Queen over on Arrow, he still gets beat up. You rarely see Arrow get beat up that much. He does, but they just patch him up and stuff like that. That's it. Where he's on a ground, can't move. He's out for a day or two, because he gets beat up, and that's like every second night he gets that bad beat up, which is a lot more realistic. So I kind of like that. Here we have just Karen Page and a few cops and stuff, and then they kind of have this where it looks like Punisher's pointing the gun at her. I just think that's just an editing trick. It's probably not actually gonna happen unless he blames her for some reason. But I doubt it. It's probably just some editing trick. We'll have to wait and see. Unless maybe he is pointing it at her, but not specifically at her. Just one of those cops there. One of them might be Yakuza or something like that, and that's why he's doing that. So I'll have to wait and see. He's trying to lure one of those cops or something. It'd be cool to see that. And then here we have Foggy with his arm in a brace, and Matt kind of giving up, just like not giving up on Foggy. Doesn't want to, can't deal with his negativity and stuff like that. All of the your worry and stuff. So it's kind of cool to see how that relationship goes. And here we have Claire, just kind of talking to Matt, and hopefully because she wasn't Jessica Jones, hopefully she mentions Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. But I could see her mentioning to Matt, and Matt just Daredevil being like, no, I don't need to, because if they connect Punisher, the death of his family, to the Yakuza and everything like that, and then at the end, because you have Matt kind of trying to take care of Elektra, making sure she doesn't kill, make sure Punisher she doesn't kill, and then having it all kind of connect at the end, where the Yakuza were one of the one that kind of that killed Punisher's family and stuff. So maybe have it all connected so that the three of them can do, and then he doesn't need Jessica Jones or Luke Cage, or he doesn't want other people to get involved more than that. So I think like I could see that, but still having the reference, so that at least by the end of this season, this second season, he knows of or has idea of Jessica Jones and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool, even if it's just, you know, Clara giving her, oh, here's the card for in case you need help back up, you know, and he just has an alias investigation card, and he kind of, you know, takes it and just kind of throws it around, and then at the end, you know, at the end of season 2, you can see him just pick it up and just start, you know, think about calling alias investigation, and then that could be the ending to this show, leading up to either Jessica Jones season 2, I doubt it, but maybe more to like Defenders or something. So we'll have to wait and see, because we'll probably get like Danny Rand over on Luke Cage, at least probably like the last episode, because we do have confirmation that the actor has been cast for the role of Iron Fist. They just haven't announced it, won't announce it anytime soon. So here we have a few guys. This shot goes by real fast. I didn't see it until I was breaking it down to check these screenshots. It looks like they have a bunch of hostages, which is something to be interesting to see how he deals with these hostages. Kind of like in there's a scene where they have hostages and they pretend and then the police raid in, but they disguise the hostages as criminals, and they have the criminals, the bad guys, disguised as hostages. So I think it'd be cool to see something like that, and how Daredevil would take on that and tell the difference between two. Although I think he would probably tell the difference right away, pretty fast, because he could tell the difference between someone who's nervous and, you know, someone who's trying to be calm and quiet and collective and act the role, right? And like, you know, why would the wrong parties be both wrong? You know, heart rate being off and stuff. So that'd be cool to hear that. Here again, you got to look at the costume, the helmet, red eyes. Here we got another rooftop scene. So it's gonna be cool to compare this to kind of to Arrow, because they have a lot of rooftop fights. They recently did have a big rooftop fight, so it'd be cool to compare all those fights and how those go. Here we have just another one of the hand guys with another one of these things. Probably someone who wants revenge for killing the guy in the first season, for lighting him on fire. But we'll have to wait and see about that. Probably some sort of, you know, a son or a father or someone who would want revenge. Not sure what this means. If you have any idea, if you could read that, let me know in the comments what it says. And I think might be some sort of Iron Fist reference. Hopefully, it'd be cool to see that. And yeah, so I don't know who this guy is, so the same guy. Then we have this big hole here. I don't know what that is. Probably some sort of underground hand secret tunnels or something like that. They're using it to kind of smuggle drugs around or smuggle people around or whatever. We have to wait and see what this might be, but definitely be interesting to see what it is. And just Punisher pointing this gun. Maybe he's sniping someone. It'd be interesting to see if Daredevil's chained up during this scene, you know, because in the comics there was a scene where Daredevil's chained up and Punisher has Daredevil chained up, but he tapes a gun into Daredevil's hands, and he tells him, you know, I'm going to shoot this guy, I'm going to kill this guy, or you kill me. So he has one shot, one bullet in the gun, and he has to shoot, you know, take Punisher out, kill Punisher, or let Punisher kill his target. So I think that would be cool to see something like that. And I could see that being this scene there. Here we have an explosion. Now maybe it's the explosion that kills some of Frank Castle's family, but we'll have to wait and see what this is. Although we know it's probably not his house, because we do see the house in the first trailer all intact but kind of still dark, and, you know, like he's abandoned it, like he still owns it, not going to get rid of it, not going to let it go, but he just can't, you know, can't stay in it, right? Too many memories, but he doesn't want to. He wants to leave it the way they had it, right? Here we have Daredevil jumping off with his baton and kind of going to swing to save, which I think is looks like Elektra from falling off the building. But it's cool to see this, because we haven't seen the first season. We did see a little bit of some sort of rope, I think, for the final episode, but there was the wire wasn't that long for him enough to swing like Spider-Man, like he's doing here. So it'll be cool to see that, how he does that. And then once he's swinging and he's hanging there, how does he have enough to go all the way down to the ground? Does it pull himself back up, or how does he, you know, get down from hanging like that once he catches the person he jumped down for? Would it be cool to see that? So there you go, pretty much, guys. Those are all the screenshots that I got from the trailer. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you think there's any that I missed, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.